what can I say tonight in front of this group of winners, this group of innovators, this group of downright survivors? I thought of the Latin phrase, tempus rerum imperator, time, the commander of all things. Because I put it to you that there are several key things that we need to survive in business. We have innovation, we have connections, we have the right timings, we have networks. But I put it to you that there is one thing that we need more than anything else, and that is understanding the times. So I ask you, what time is it? And when I say this to you, I think about my own experience, because you can only really speak with confidence and credibility from your own experiences. So my experience coming to the United Kingdom in the year 2000, coming with great dreams as a young lawyer, I had plans to do some great things in London with solicitors, and it didn't work out. And I was facing homelessness, joblessness, and being told, you're overqualified, you're overqualified. I had to ask myself, what time is it? Is it time to go back to Jamaica with my tail between my legs? No. Was it time to feel sorry for myself? No. Was it time to go on the dole? No. What it was for me was the time to get out of myself. So I looked around. At the time I was in Bradford, and I looked around and I saw that there were several asylum seekers, refugees, and Brits who were poorly circumnavigating the social welfare system. I was also a part of a church that had a great city centre outreach, and they had a large block of city centre offices. So I decided, I'm going to do something for others, because the time then was for me to care about things that were outside of myself. So I asked them for one of the offices, and in the year 2003, that charity which I set up to help others in my time of need landed me my most prestigious speaking engagement to date at the United Nations. Fully paid for by Bradford Council, and not only for me to go, but also for somebody to go with me, my daughter, who would take care of her while I delivered my speech. Now fast forward 22 years onwards. You know what happened? We had the pandemic, and I had to face what time it is. What time is it for me? Just coming out of restaurant, a small chain of restaurants over 8 years. It was the #1 Caribbean restaurant voted in 2019, 2017, top 100 restaurants in Wales. I had already moved on from my legal career. My last legal position being head of property and new law solicitors. And I had moved on to other things. But then we had to say goodbye to the restaurant business, and we bought a franchise, a networking franchise, at the end of 2019. So you know what happened after that? 3 months in, we had the lockdown. So I had to ask myself again, what time is it? What time is it? And you know what I did? And this is what I think we all need to do. We all need to understand who we are. We all need to find ourselves. We all need to understand what it is that makes a difference in our world and how we can help. So because I understood who I was at the time, I decided I'm going to do what I do best, and that is try to help. So I looked around and I realized that the people within my network were not doing a good job of showcasing themselves online. Everybody, the internet highway, as you remember, was chock-a-block in 2020, March, wasn't it? And I decided that what I am going to do is I'm going to write a book, and that book is going to be titled Your Business, Your Way, and I wanted to share the secrets of my success. How is it that I can help businesses to showcase themselves, find their own uniqueness, find the uniqueness in themselves and their businesses, create that brand, and be seen, and get credible visibility, and build their networks, and at the end of the day, build their bottom line. That book that I wrote, it went straight to number one in all 3 categories, and it propelled me yet again into places I would not have dreamed. Speaking at the House of Lords, at the Royal Society of London, speaking globally, helping the Welsh government with various projects, being invited by the UK government to Whitehall. When I got the email, I thought to myself, no, this is a wind-up. Me, being invited to Whitehall to celebrate the successes of Welsh female entrepreneurs. No, I didn't expect it. But I'm not standing here boasting about myself. I'm saying I'm just a Jamaican woman who has come to this country, who has had her fair share of knockbacks. But one thing I have not forgotten is who I was and what time it was for me. So I will leave you with my favorite quote, which is Brutus, Julius Caesar. Now his endeavor was probably not noble, but what he said is something we should really bear in mind. And he said, there is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood lead unto fortune. On such a full sea, we are now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. So, I invite each and every one of you to ask yourself, what time is it? Is it time to innovate and create, or time to stick to the conventional? Is it time to build, or is it time to pull down? Is it time to gather a network of collaborators, or is it time to stick with the people we know? Is it time to stop, or is it time to start? But I put it to you that whatever time it is never the time to give up. It is always the time to see, how can I help? How can I make a difference? Because more often than not, we will find that when we help others, we are, in the end, helping ourselves. So, I will leave you to consider what wave is now approaching. Think about it. Ride that wave. Get on the cusp of it. Because now is the time. Because time is the commander of all things.